If you're chronically online, there's a good chance you've diagnosed yourself with something. Depression, anxiety, ADHD, or high-functioning something. All because you watched a few TikToks and Reels, or did one late-night Google rabbit hole, or woke up feeling like your whole personality was a symptom. But sometimes, you're not going through some mental illness, you're just going through life. A breakup, a bad month at work, the slow, exhausting grind of adulthood. And I'm not the one saying this, it's general practitioners in the UK, doctors. They were part of a survey recently, and this is what they said. Over half of mental health problems are overdiagnosed. More than 50% of them overdiagnosed. And that is not the only concern. Many doctors feel that the real patients are not getting help. Those who actually have mental illnesses, they are being ignored amid this deluge of overdiagnosis. And this is happening across the globe. Here's what the World Health Organization says. The WHO says more than 1 billion people are living with mental health conditions. More than 1 billion people, but the diagnosis numbers are far higher. Why? Because the line between emotion and illness is often blurred. A bad week is depression. Nervousness before a presentation is anxiety. Being introverted is autism. Being distracted is ADHD. Being heartbroken is trauma. And grief, the oldest human reaction, is treated like a malfunction. So how did we get here? Well, there are three main reasons. First, diagnostic definitions. Definitions for mental illnesses have been widened. It pulls more and more normal behavior into the medical world. That's the first reason. Reason number two is social media. Look at this survey. 1 in 4 young Americans have already self-diagnosed from social media. And Gen Z leads the pack, accounting for 30% of this trend. For many, it's even content. Hashtags like ADHD and bipolar have billions of views. The content feels relatable and comforting. But relatable does not mean clinical, and comfort does not equal diagnosis. Reason 3, life just got harder. Housing, inflation, loneliness, pandemic trauma, all of this is affecting the newer generations. Many are not mentally ill, they're just exhausted and overwhelmed. But instead of fixing the systems that are breaking us, society medicates the symptoms. Across countries, high-income countries especially, ADHD diagnoses are rising 18 to 28% a year. Autism rates surge in ways that experts cannot fully explain. Bipolar disorder is misdiagnosed in up to 40% of the cases. Anxiety and depression diagnoses have doubled since the 1990s rather. Some experts say that this is real. Others say it's just inflation. The truth is probably somewhere in between, but one thing is quite clear. We've lost our sense of what normal feels like. And here's something funny, or maybe just predictable. Every generation thinks that the one after it is softer. Your grandparents thought your parents were weak. Your parents thought you were fragile. And now many believe that Gen Z and Gen Alpha cannot handle anything, not even their own emotions. And perhaps this is the nuance that we miss. Mental health awareness is not weakness, but resilience is not old-fashioned either. Both can coexist. And yes, mental illness is very real. Depression, ADHD, autism, bipolar disorder, these are real, complex, sometimes life-threatening problems. They deserve respect and resources. Which is why claiming them casually is not harmless. It is diluting the meaning. It trivializes the real suffering. So to sum it up, emotional ups and downs are part of being human. You're allowed to feel lonely, stressed, heartbroken, confused, overwhelmed. Sometimes none of this requires a label. Sometimes they just need resilience and the ability to sit with discomfort.
I was born into revolution. I inherited power like a crown. What I delivered was isolation. I built a personality cult that touched every home. Millions suffered hunger under my rule, but no one dared to speak. I ruled from palaces. My people queued for rice. I called myself the dear leader. History calls me something else, the dictator. Who am I?